Liverpool Fan in Japan.
Hello YouTube, Liverpool Fan in Japan here, the Miyazaki man Sai, and I hope you all had a fantastic weekend. I'm wearing a Liverpool kit with the Bournemouth colours right here because today we're talking about Milos Kerkez, right? He withdrew from the Hungary national squad over the weekend for private or personal reasons. I wonder what those could be. So Richard Hughes is in negotiations with Bournemouth for the transfer of Milos Kerkez, the outstanding left back in the Premier League last season and the season before, to Liverpool. Bournemouth want a £45 million asking price. However, Liverpool look to be paying 40 million or thereabout. So really interested in how this saga turns out. Slick Rick is right in the data analysis again, and he has identified Milos Kerkez as our formal front primary left back choice ahead of Rayan Ait Nouri, ahead of Anthony Robinson at Fulham, who'd be very expensive. Obviously, Anthony Robinson, top 10 player and got in the team of the season as well. But 28 years old, American, would have been good for FSG. But let's talk about Milos Kerkez and how he steps up and stacks up against Rayan Ait Nouri. Now, Liverpool have been interested in Rayan Ait Nouri ever since the Jurgen Klopp days as well. He used to be a former left winger, now a pseudo left back, attacking wing back. Now, Manchester City are about to close the deal for Rayan Ait Nouri and get him to play for the World Club Cup Championship. Obviously, there's big money involved there as well. I think it's about 38 million there or thereabouts for Wolves. He gets assists, he gets goals as well. He's a former winger. He's skillful, he's dribbly and jinky, but not the best defender on the left-hand side, although he kept Mo Salah quiet on many an occasion, as did Milos Kerkez. But someone else that kept Mo Salah quiet is Nuno Mendes, the athlete. Now, Salah could have scored 1 or 2 in the early PSG encounter, but Nuno Mendes has gone from the periphery of being a young wonder kid, maybe overhyped, overpriced. Man City, Man United wanted him for a long time, to being the standout player. Now is the time of the fullback, right? Achraf Hakimi at Inter Milan, Nuno Mendes at PSG. Nuno Mendes has shut out just literally Lamine Yamal in the Nations League Championship, where Portugal have beaten Spain on penalties, right? Nuno Mendes closing out Lamine Yamal. Nuno Mendes stacking up really well against Mo Salah. Can't beat him for pace and aggressiveness or agility. Nuno Mendes also doing a job on Bukayo Saka, even though Bukayo Saka actually ripped into shreds on occasion. It wasn't just Nuno Mendes. Look at the pictures here. I don't know, right? Saka's a hell of a talent. You know, you can't deny him. Quality youngster, Arsenal's diamond in the crown. But this is not a video about Bukayo Saka or Mo Salah or Lamine Yamal. This is a video on Milos Kerkez versus Rayan Ait Nouri. So if you're looking at a prominent left back, both very young, both very talented, level-headed, world-class ability in the making, high potential, high ceiling, then Milos Kerkez is the more rounded of the two, right? He's an actual defender, an actual player, technical attributes, aggression, that doggedness in him, a crazy mantra. He can go right in there. He'll be in with Endo to crunch the opposition. He tracks back. He loves a slide tackle. He's got great agility, great reaction time, fearless on the ball as well, drops into the line of 6, can stay in the line of 4, can go into 3 at the back, allow Andy Robertson, allow Frimpong and Conor Bradley to roam and attack as well. Defensively disciplined, positionally aware as well. In the midfield line, in the midfield 6 line, in the left midfield line. Also, he can underlap on the left-hand side, which is a very useful ability, whereas Rayan Ait Nouri goes around the outside. Milos Kerkez has a delivery around the outside against Manchester City specifically. You see him run it, but he's not the most accomplished dribbler. He's not the fastest dribbler. He's not the best in control when he's on a rampage as well, and his crossing is getting there. It's improving season upon season, but you can't say that his crossing is probably better than Rayan Ait Nouri, who is a former winger who's very well versed at crossing. And around the outside, as I mentioned, Rayan Ait Nouri is probably stronger, but underlapping is something that's key to the new Arne slot machine system, because with Florian Wirtz occupying the left half space in the 10 slot as well, with a Szoboszlai roaming and defending and supporting like an intelligent shadow, covered by Maka and Gravenberch on the peripheries behind him as well. Conor Bradley and Milos Kerkez underlapping puts more players in the 10 position, the Mazzala 10 position, the central position, and the 2 on either side of the 10, the Mazzala positions, right? Inside forward, you might say as well. That is the ultimate slot ball. Now, I told you at the very beginning, right? And we are rapidly ramping up to 10,000 subscribers. Thank you so much, by the way, for everyone who is subscribing to this channel, Substance in Abundance. I really appreciate you all. Domo arigatou gozaimasu. I said before Slot arrived that Slot will attack from the basis of building up from the 6, playing lateral balls, And in the 10 position, that is where he likes to spring his attacks, spring the surprises, work the patterns of play to get a goal scoring opportunity. And alas, we did it in the last season and we won the Premier League. Milos Kerkez can underlap into the 10 position alongside Wirtz. So can Connor Bradley. Frimpong to some extent can, but Frimpong is really, really outside a monster, right? You can't stop him on a rampage when he builds up head of steam on the outside, threaded through by Mo Salah on the inverse, or Maka or Gravenberch. You're not going to stop Frimpong around the outside, but Milos Kerkez has a quality shot. There was one moment in the last season against Newcastle when they were already, 3-0 up at St. James's Park. He took it upon himself. Step over, one touch out of feet, and whack! He whipped it into the side of the net. Unstoppable. This is the left backs of old doing this kind of thing at Liverpool. Unstoppable. Marcelo can do this kind of thing as well. You look at Ruud Krol from the great Dutch teams. You look at Giovinco, Facchetti at Inter Milan. Out of your feet, whip it into the side of the net. Talk about it later. Alberto Moreno scored a cracker as well from his own half into Tottenham, scorching it left as well. We thought it was a thing of signs to come, but mentality probably held Alberto Moreno back, not technical deficiency. But Milos Kerkez is dogged, aggressive, and rough with. Rayan Ait Nouri is probably more silky, probably more finesse. He has composure. He has the touch, he has the awareness. But I also think that probably Milos Kerkez's right foot is better than Rayan Ait Nouri's right foot, which means of the two, he's more balanced to go into the midfield line, whereas Rayan Ait Nouri is probably more suitable for Manchester City for the fact that Manchester City dominating possession will always have the outlet on the left and he provides them the width there. But Doku likes to go around the outside or the inside as well. Savinho can do a job there as well. And obviously Grealish in the periphery is probably being sold at this season. It's very, very interesting. But it's also very interesting that Real Madrid were linked to Milos Kerkez and Manchester City probably wanted Milos Kerkez as first choice, but Kerkez has that bromance with Dominik Szoboszlai. The Hungarian duo is going to be a trio because Armin Pecsi, right? Armin Pecsi, a really, really prominent young goalkeeper. I do not put any doubt as to the potential of Armin Pecsi, who's already signed for Liverpool. He was a Liverpool fan throughout, which is super, super important. We're not going to have any of those, stepping stones from here on out. This is the golden slot era, up the shiny one. Armin Pecsi wanted to join Liverpool. He was surprised. He said in his own words, "I can't believe the amount of data that the Liverpool team had on me and showed me where I can improve my game, where my game is strong as well." He's coming in to be a serious contender. Viktor Jarosz as the third choice keeper behind Alisson Becker and Georgi Mamardashvili, because he's also in the discussion for the Golden Boy nomination alongside Lamine Yamal, right? Alongside Cole Palmer, Bukayo Saka, for example. So, wow, he's got that pedigree. He's of a different class, a different gravy. Now, Jarosz has ability, has technical ability, but he's got to prove himself. I don't know whether it's going to be Pecsi or Jarosz to get the loan out, but one of them will be loaned out because they need a time in the ranks in competitive environment to really, really show what they got and improve in a match in a pressured situation as well. Marcelo Pichaluga, handpicked by Alisson from Brazil, had potential. He's gone back now because of his slight frame and he didn't have the best of loan spells, but it's great to give him an education in Liverpool Academy and for him to carve out a career for himself. Tafarel is still at Liverpool, enjoying some of that Brazilian barbecue, and you hope Armin Pecsi can really go from strength to strength because as a Hungarian talent, he is like the spider. He's like Lev Yashin. He's of the kind of De Gea mold, right? He's like a spider keeper, flying out limbs. His reaction, how he reaches certain balls, you just don't know. How he saves with his feet when he's sliding out, blocking the 1v1 is impeccable. Some of the highlight reel moments of Armin Pecsi are incredible. Look at what I'm showing you to my left, to my right, everywhere in sight. He is going to be a really, really formidable talent. And I hope to see him get some cup games as well. But obviously, Mamardashvili coming in this season, he will be there and thereabouts for first choice for the cup fixtures and rotation as well. And speaking of being there, thank you to Jomo for being the newest member of the Liverpool Fan in Japan community. Enjoyed exclusive members video cheaper than a cheeky chicken dipper, chicken nuggets and Mackie D's. I'm going to make a video long in the coming, right? The supercomputer algorithm from Salesforce. I've got 25 top forwards in this machine. I've done and crunched the numbers in there as well. You're going to see which three come out as the most recommended for Liverpool behind Florian Wirtz, because I've amended the algorithm with the newest line of data to show who would be best value for money, who would be the prominent number 9 that we should go for to make the slot machine dreams become a reality and get number 21 for next season, as well as our 7th Champions League. You won't want to miss it. Enjoy the video coming up very soon, Jomo, and for every other Liverpool Fan in Japan member, join the membership. It's the best best way to support the channel. But back to Milos Kerkez and Rayan Ait Nouri. I don't think you can go wrong with Milos Kerkez, Rayan Ait Nouri, or Anthony Robinson. They're all proven, right? They're all internationals. Milos Kerkez probably has the stronger mentality and the stronger ambition for trying to reach the top, because you look at his character, he is absolute rough and tumble bulldog with defensive discipline. So he's got it all. He's got that aggression. He's fearless. He will take the ball in tough spots and tough areas. He's not afraid to drive. He's not afraid to be the man with the plan to make the goal scoring contribution or assist as well. He'll take it upon himself on his shoulders. In that regard, you almost feel as though he is in the leadership pack, at least in the future at Liverpool, for the fact that he has the balls of steel, the intestinal fortitude, as Mick Foley once said, to take it upon himself to try to win the game. He is also not the type, I think, to be fazed by a mistake. Now, he could get rinsed by a top right winger, potentially, but I think Rayan Ait Nouri is probably weaker defensively and will probably get rinsed on more occasions, especially with City's back line. Milos Kerkez is also on the side of Virgil van Dijk, which means he'll be steered through the game with an offside line, a positional sense of responsibility as well, and he could very well be the most important signing. Even though Florian Wirtz is drawing the crown, it's not often you can get a player of the caliber of Florian Wirtz who says Liverpool or nothing, but Milos Kerkez, first choice left back. We've seen how important Hakimi and Nuno Mendes have been to their relevant sides' success in recent seasons in Champions League, in the European Championships, in this Nations League that just happened as well. So don't put any doubt that Milos Kerkez will be absolutely top tier formidable, considering that even though left back were not particularly weak, right? Robertson's done the best he can, being a loyal servant, being a legend club, being a world-class left back, maybe the best left back for the past decade in this position. Those assist numbers are incredible and defensively solid. He's on the wane, even though he has something to offer. Don't put any slight, because he's a Premier League winning first choice left back. Kostas Tsimikas, very reliable rotation option, quality delivery, time and a place for his delivery, his mentality, his bravery, the Spartan warrior Konstantinos Tsimikas, the Scouse Greek. But he'll probably move on. Now, I wouldn't be fussed if either Robertson or Tsimikas, one of the two, right, moved on. But it looks like Robertson will stay because of his cheeky, jovial attitude behind the scenes, the fact that he wants to stay. He's a legend. We owe it to him to give him that final run in, which means, unfortunately, Kostas Tsimikas, who is Mo Salah's best friend in the absence of Dejan Lovren, probably moves on. But with, you know, many trophies under his name and always contributed, and Slot trusts him in the rotation, not just minutes here and there. He trusted him to start on the rotation in a Premier League winning team, and that says a lot. He also helped us win the cup with his delivery into Virgil van Dijk, which I said was the only game-winning scenario. And now you can see with Milos Kerkez coming in, he's never injured as well. He's Duracell bunny up and down, positionally responsive with a balance with Frimpong, and Kerkez is the next Andy Robertson and Trent Alexander-Arnold. Even though we don't have their long passes, we offer it with attacking intent and threat with Conor Bradley and Frimpong. We look so balanced. Look, between Kerkez and Robertson, they're still probably the best left-back duo partnership in the league, similar to Frimpong and Conor Bradley. It's probably the best two right-backs. We've got so much strength in depth, and it's amazing, isn't it? But that centre-back position, people are saying we need a centre-back. I beg to differ ever so slightly. You can't sign a left-sided centre-back and convince them to come like Dean Huijsen, because Van Dijk plays every game. On the right-hand side, Konate is probably cemented as first choice, even though he's got contract negotiations underway, and we need him to re-sign as well. We're not going to sell him because that's ludicrous. He's our first choice, first pairing with Virgil van Dijk. Joe Gomez Maldini can cover the whole back line. Versatile, homegrown English. Let him leave on a free potentially. If you sell him, will you really reinvest to someone better? People have talking about Geertruida perhaps, or, you know, another versatile centre-back. But it's hard to convince anyone when they're coming in to be guaranteed third choice, because they're not breaking ahead of Van Dijk and Konate. In that case, Jero Hato makes sense, a left-back, pseudo left-back option, centre-back option, but he's young as well. Can he be trusted to step into the void there? Then you got options like Jero Quansah, who's got big links over to Germany and to the lower league Premier League teams as well. Don't know how much Slot really puts his faith in Quansah as a centre-back option. Even played him at right-back, right, on occasion. And even played Wataru Man-Mountain Endo. Never lets you down. In centre-back position ahead of Jero Quansah, and probably is more reliable in that position. So we have Van Dijk, Konate, Joe Gomez, Jero Quansah, Wataru Endo, even Gravenberch in the half-back position. And we fully expect Gravenberch to play in the six, pivoting to half-back to allow our flying fullbacks Kerkez and Frimpong and Conor Bradley and Robertson to absolutely shoot on forward and make a goal-scoring contribution as well. So, yet to be seen. Drop a like on this video, subscribe if you haven't already to the channel Substance in Abundance. Thank you so much to everyone who's donated to the fund so far to get me to Yokohama versus Liverpool. The tickets go on sale 11th of June. Everyone who still wants to support, the link is still open in the first comment. Thank you so much. Every little helps, making my dream come true to see Wataru, Man Mountain, Endo, the Big E in the flesh, along with our new signings, Kerkez, Frimpong, Wirtz, Armin Pecsi perhaps as well. I did say we're going to sign at least 5 players, right? It's coming true, baby. Big transfer window for anyone who doubted. FSG, Richard Hughes, Michael Edwards, and Arne Slot, cream of the crop. Battle of the Bowls, we won gold. This kind of man, we're on the rampage to strengthen from position of strength. This is a Liverpool channel, born and raised red, as is Mushroom Boy Ato, Triple Mia, and Mama Sita Miyazaki, Mama Mai as well. Thank you, everyone. Have a great week. Ciao. Miyazaki man, Ichiban. The Liverpool fan in Japan community is the best. Jane, have a great week.